This very guy whose picture you are seeing on the screen here, this very guy has come out to share his story of how a friend of his best friend, set him up and almost kpàîîèd him, if not for God's divine intervention. This guy's name is Fred. He's an Onitsha-based businessman, and that he bought Toyota Camry, being his first car, 2 months ago. And as he bought it, people were happy with him. Everybody came and then congratulated him. Even his best friend, because he had a best friend whose name was Emeka. He said that Emeka also came and then congratulated him. I even gave him 5K to buy fuel for the car. He said that him and this Emeka has been friends for the past 5 years, and that they served the same oga at Onitsha main market, and that it was 4 years ago that his oga settled Emeka and then settled him 3 years back. After both of them were settled, they opened their own separate shops and were still close friends. They were even regarded as brothers because of the way they were behaving. Friend went on to say that because him and Emeka were dealing on the same thing, that anytime he doesn't have anything in his shop, maybe customer comes to collect something and he doesn't have it, that he goes to Emeka's shop to collect those things. Likewise, Emeka. Then according to Fred, he said that on the 4th of June this very year that Emeka came to his shop and then told him that he wanted him to escort him to Oka, that he wanted to go and do his introduction, and since he doesn't have a car, he wanted them to go to. Emeka told Fred that his fiance's parents were based in Enugu, but their hometown was Oka. Then on the 7th of June this very year, around 8 a.m. in the morning, Fred and Emeka set out to travel to Oka. According to Fred, he said that the mistake that he made was that he did not tell anybody where he was going. So they got to Oka and then they drove into a particular building. Emeka told Fred that that was the compound of his fiancée. Drove into the compound, and immediately he drove there, the gate man locked the door. Emeka looked around and saw that everyone was so lonely and the grasses were all over the place. Fred was so shocked and then told Emeka that the whole place looked abandoned. Emeka told him that he should not worry. Fred did not say any other thing because he trusted Emeka. They now entered inside the room. And on entering inside the room, 3 men were already seated waiting for them. And immediately they walked in, Emeka told them that this is the person. Before Fred could know what was happening, hand and legs were tied on the rope. They collected his phone and his car key. Then Emeka asked Fred for the password of his bank's app. And that was how Emeka withdrew everything that was in Fred's account. Then Fred was taken into a particular room and then locked. And as he was inside that very room, he overheard them saying that the Baba said that they should buy him before 12 midnight or else the thing was not going to work again. So as Fred heard it, he was scared and then he started praying and calling on God, telling God to please spare him and give him another chance. So as Fred looked at the window, he saw that the window had iron bar, but there was a particular place that was open. So what he did was he used his teeth to remove the rope from his hand and from his leg and then squeeze himself from that very place to jump into the bush, and in the process he had bruises and his clothes were torn. He did not mind, and rather he continued running until he reached at a junction near the main road, and then he saw a keke man and then told the keke man what happened. The keke man carried him straight to the police station. When they got there, he told the police what happened, and then they followed him to that very place. On getting there, Emeka and his friends were nowhere to be found. So Fred then had to go back home. Then 3 days after that, Fred got a message that Emeka was in his hometown. And that was how Fred went with the police to Emeka's compound and Emeka was picked up. As Emeka was picked up, his 2 friends were nowhere to be found. They are still on the road. He's now advising everybody who cares to listen to be careful of who they trust. Not anybody to any place without first of all informing their family members so that they will know that they are going out with such a person. Even if it is possible to make the call in the presence of that very person that they are going out with, that they should do it. That when they do that, the person in question will know that the person that he wanted to take out with has already informed his family members, and if he was planning anything bad, he might not carry it. So please let us be careful. Thank you for always watching my videos. I love you all.